For folks on Zoom, we'll start with media who are here in our conference room, and then we'll go to you afterwards. So with that, we can kick things off. Tarek, why don't you go ahead and start?
What's up, man? How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good, man. So, I mean, obviously Alex is 7 goals away with 13 games to go. Like, what's going through your mind? How are you processing this?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty incredible if you look at it. I mean, I think we all thought maybe it was going to be a little setback when he got hurt there mid-season, but it's so impressive. I mean, he's always been a great goal scorer, and for him to be able to be 7 goals away for becoming the greatest of all time, it's I'm happy for him. It's really fun to watch.
What have you sort of learned about Alex, the person? You guys were young kids growing up, and now you're married and have kids. How have you seen Alex sort of like grow up as a person over the years?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's always been the same, which I'm so thankful for, because the first time I met him, he's the same kind of person that he is today. But I always said never underestimate Alex.
How do you think he's evolved as a player in the 20 or 18 years, I guess, since you've known him?
Well, I mean, he's got his special way of playing. I think that's why he's so special, I think. And I mean, I think a lot of people have said that has probably one of the best shots ever, which is true. I mean, you see him on a daily basis. That's the kind of player he is. I mean, he can score in all kinds of different ways, I think, too. Looking back at all his years from when he was younger too, I mean, so many different ways he could score, and which makes him special.
This is Alex's chase, but you're a huge part of this, right? I mean, I think you assisted on more goals of his, 279. Like, how does that make you feel knowing you're also a big part of this?
I mean, obviously, this is all him. Obviously, like, I'm not gonna take any credit for
So
that.
let the pass of the puck, man.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm not gonna take away his moment to shine, you know. But I just feel like I've been very fortunate to be, first of all, playing in for the same organization for many years, and playing with him. I think we should probably thank Bruce Boudreau for putting us together, you know.
What has your friendship with Alex meant to you over the years?
It's been great. I mean, as I said, he hasn't changed a lot since the first time I met him, and same kind of outgoing person. I mean, obviously, maybe changed a little bit when we both got kids and we didn't hang out as much, but at the same time, I think we knew where we had each other, and yeah, it's been great.
What's your relationship with him now?
I mean, now I'm not around as much as I used to, but obviously, really happy for him.
I was gonna say, I know you're not here to your help, but is there any part of you who's like, wow, I wish I was out there as part of this?
100%.
Nick,
Would love to be a part of it.
when did you first think maybe this record could be broken? It's been thought of as an unbreakable record for a very long time.
I think I said maybe 4 years ago or something like that, when this conversation starting to happen, and could he do it, you know? So, and I always said that if there's any guy who could do it, it's him. I mean, he's capable of it, and we see it right now. He's sitting here 7 goals away, and he's gonna do it. So it's just a matter of time. But I mean, that's the kind of goal scorer he is. I mean, sometimes it just seems like the puck just finds him, you know. That's and he's got that ability to put the puck in the net like no one else.
Are you going to travel? Are you going to be around as he gets closer?
When he gets closer, yeah.
What's the plan? Like, have you thought about like what number you'll start traveling?
We'll see. We're gonna talk about that later, but as we all know, I mean, he can score a hat trick when he wants. So,
So soon.
soon. I think so. Yeah.
Being his center over the years, just what was the biggest takeaway or thing that you've learned playing alongside him?
biggest takeaway was, I don't know, probably explaining to him that he wasn't always open, but but he wanted the puck all the time. So no, but I mean, I honestly think that the first time when we started playing with each other, I mean, I just think that we were a good match. I mean, I was more of a playmaker, and he was a goal scorer. So I just think that was a good matchup. And don't forget the third guy we had on our lines over the years too, because there were, I mean, you have Knubel, Karlslov, all the players like we play with this has been incredibly important.
What was your favorite OV goal to this point?
Favorite OV goal was probably the one he did against Montreal when he banked it and spun around, and then I think he was scoring laying down.
Ran into
But I mean,
Price, yeah.
I mean, that's when I was a part of the team.
Right.
He obviously scored an incredible goal against Phoenix too, but I was a part of the team, so it doesn't count.
Do you have a time when you pass the puck to him and you're like, wow, I can't believe he actually scored that, or like that? Or you always expected when the puck went to him it was going to end up in the net, or?
No, I think another thing about him that's incredible is his sweet spot is a lot bigger than other people, and the way he can like one time it right away from different angles and so I mean he had a lot bigger sweet spot than most people.
How has he done this for 20 years?
I don't know. Have you asked him?
Cheetos, Subway, what is it?
I mean, he's living his life. He's feeling good, and I mean.
No theories?
What's that?
No theories on how he's able to 20 years?
I mean, I just think his love for the game, love to score goals. I think that's what's been driving him for all these years, and I just think that he just loves being at the rink too. Just love hanging out with the guys. I mean, if you ask 99% of the people, that's probably what they're saying too. So, I mean, the love of the game and for his love to score goals.
You know, we always talk about his durability. Do people who are on the outside, do they maybe not appreciate how much he had to play through and fight through to be out there every day for his teammates?
What do you mean? Which kind of scenario?
You know, just the little injuries that maybe some guys might take a few games off or a few weeks off. I just feel like Alex was always just playing through things. Like even 80% he was out there.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously impressive that he hasn't missed a lot of hockey games in
75.
Yeah,
1,500.
yeah, which is incredible. But I mean, if you ask players around the league, I don't think one player will say you play with not feeling anything for 80 games at least. So, but it's just part of hockey culture, I think, and obviously he's done it better than others.
Watching Ovi over the years, he celebrates every goal like it's his first. Do you have a favorite Ovi celebration that he's broken out?
Yeah, it's got to be that one against Tampa, I think, when he scored 50.
Yeah.
Oh, the hot stick.
he got a lot of heat for it, though. But
Were you guys in on it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite moment between the two of you guys on the ice, off the ice?
Yeah, I would want to say that it was a pretty special moment to when we won together there, and we realized that. But back then, that hug was, to people outside, I think it looked like a happy moment. It was more like a relief, I think, for both of us, and just be like, finally we got it done.
What did it feel like in that moment you were having the finger and he was helping you hoist it together?
Yeah, I just, in that scenario, I mean, I can hold it, but he just didn't want to let it go. So.
When you talk about Ovi's sweet spot, what goes into setting up an Ovi goal? Like, what's the formula for getting the puck off? Is there a certain pass that he likes? Does he not want to leave the ice, or can he score on just about anything?
No, I mean, I think, I mean, obviously it matters, right? It matters what kind of passes you get, but I feel like I was pretty good on giving it flat to him most of the times, and yeah, he just seemed to like that.
Nick, when you think back, and he introed you at the draft in Vancouver in 2006, a year later you guys were playing against each other in the World Championships in Moscow. A year after that, at this very time, you guys were going on that winning streak to sneak into the playoffs in your rookie season, and then just the rush of games and shifts and goals after that. What do you think of when you just see that all blend together?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was obviously very special, I think, and I think that's probably the time that we created this hockey city vibe, you know, and we got ourselves to the playoffs. I mean, it was a good run, obviously, and I mean, I didn't know it was going to be played out by this, but at the same time, all of us came together and started building after that.
And it was 17, I think it was 17, that game in Atlanta, which if you guys don't come back and win in that third period, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You just don't make the playoffs. When you think back to that, because I think that was 17 years ago tomorrow night, and then you look at this team this year, what do you think of? Do you see any kind of similarities just in the tightness of the group or anything like that?
Yeah, except that we had to really fight to get into the playoffs.
Right.
I mean, this team has been playing outstanding the whole year. I mean, they just feel like they have some sort of calmness back there, which you can see every game. I mean, there's never any panics. They're working for each other. They're playing for each other, which is a nice thing to have going into the playoffs.
We'll talk about the Ovechkin effect of youth hockey in this area. As a hockey dad now, how impressed have you been by what you've seen in terms of growth of hockey in this market over the last 20 years?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, I think he's had a big impact. I mean, I just think that, I mean, you and me have talked a lot about it and how many more teams are starting just because his meaning to this city and the sport, and people actually wanted to play hockey, because just take 20 years from us back. I mean, it was not a lot of hockey back here, so it means a lot. There's a lot of hockey people in this area, which is awesome, and hopefully they can keep pushing it and becoming even better.
Well, what was it like playing with Alex that brief time you were with in Moscow, playing with him during the lockout? Was it like, was he a bigger rock star there than he was here, possibly, or what was it like?
I would say so, yeah.
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 Just
He was. Yeah, it's just he. Yeah, I mean, first when I got there, I just think that he had a lot of things going on in if that makes sense, though. I think we came. So either it was that year or the year after. It was Olympics, right?
Right.
And he had so many things to do before, because he was the ambassador of Sochi, I think, and just had so many things to deal with before the Olympics. So, but we had a great time there. But he's a rock star there, that's for sure.
How would you describe his leadership style?
Nice, loose. I mean, he would. I would actually say he's pretty much the same as he is as a person. You know, pretty outgoing. He doesn't talk that much in the locker room. I mean, other guys will step up too, you know, and be more vocal.
Have you seen that change over the years, or has he always kind of been the same?
He's always been like that. I mean, if he sees, I think one thing with Ovi, if he sees something doesn't matter where it is, on the bench and stuff like that, he'll confront you, which is awesome.
Have you swapped stories at all?
Two more
with
questions
folks
here.
who have been a center either before you or the guys who were center
Sorry, I missed the first part of your question
Have
there.
you swapped stories or talked to any of the other guys who have been a center either before you or now?
No, I haven't.
What would you say to them?
What's that?
What would you say to them? What advice would you give them?
To actually give him the puck.
When,
How often do you watch that Mass Mutual commercial?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, at the start when they put that on, it was everywhere. It was kind of like, oh shoot, I didn't know it was going to be this much. But it was obviously a fun commercial, and wish he could run it again.
have you had fun watching Ovi grow over the years? I was talking to him a couple weeks ago, and he mentioned that he hasn't really slowed things down, but he feels like some of the things that he did when he was younger he wouldn't necessarily do now. Has it just been fun to see him kind of come into his own and still be himself at the same time?
Yeah, 100%. And I think it goes with his personality too. I mean, even if he doesn't do the things that he did when he first came into the league, I mean, he can still score and he can still, I mean, be the kind of guy he is, which helps the teams, you know.
Good. All right, we'll go to folks on Zoom. Start with Scott Abraham with ABC7. Scott, please go ahead.
What's up, Nick? Good to see you, man.
How are you?
Good, good. Obviously, you can relate to this and the extra significance behind Ovi doing all this, wearing the Capital sweater his entire career. Can you just kind of add to that of how special that is and how rare it is that he's been able to do this with one team, one organization, one city?
Yeah, I mean, as you said, I think it's very fortunate, and you see a lot in sports today that people or players are moving here and there. So for him to be able to do this with one organization is obviously special, and I know because I did the same thing, and so I mean, I think this is a huge moment for him because he's only been in one organization.
All right, we'll go to Greg Wyshynski with ESPN.com.
Hey, Nick, good to see you again.
All right.
You touched on it a little bit earlier, but I was wondering if you could go into a bit more detail about how you saw Ovi's game change. Like, are there changes that you saw in the way that he scored goals during your time together that you think led to him having this total now?
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, I mean, you probably don't see him score the coast to coast like he maybe did 10 years ago, but at the same time, he's always had this ability to score different ways, tips, one-timers. He's just got that ability, and so I mean, with him being 39, I know he's probably said to you guys that he scored in different ways now too, so which is impressive.
Okay, we'll go to Anar Virji with Al Jazeera.
Hey, thanks for doing this. You touched on this a little bit, but what have Ovechkin and this record chase done for the game of hockey? Like, how has it brought about excitement or changed the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime there's this big of a milestone, doesn't matter what sport it is, it's a big deal, I think, and I mean, I've started to see a lot of promotion and stuff like that, so it means a lot for hockey, and honestly, for me personally, it couldn't come at a better time. I mean, first you got the Four Nations, which is a great step in the right direction for hockey and building and growing, and then you got Alex Chase, so it's a great time for hockey right now.
Okay, and the last question on Zoom, Heather McDonough, NBC4.
Hey Nick, good to see you. Thanks for doing this. As the difference, I guess, like, when you're playing with Ovi and then watching him now, whether you're at home or at the arena, like, how do you consume this chase? If you're at home, are there cheers? If you do a little fist pump, if you're, at the arena, how do you consume this chase? Are you like some of the fans out there, maybe when you're at home with your family?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously I've been watching a lot of games on TV this year. I got a son who likes to watch, and he's really pumped. He's doing the fist bumps and standing and cheering, and I'm just in the background looking. But inside, obviously, really happy when he gets closer, and we'll see. Maybe I'll do a cheer when it happens that day.
Awesome, good to see you, Nick. Thanks.
Good to see you too.
Okay, now with Zoom, any other questions here, guys?
It's gonna be like, have you imagined what 95 is gonna be like? Can you think of what that's gonna feel like, having been part of it, and what Alex is gonna feel like when that happens?
I just think it's gonna be a pretty incredible moment. I'm just asking myself, how long are they gonna stop the game for? Because they're gonna probably cut out the net, right? Or are they doing that afterwards? Or I don't know.
Rescue goal was like 20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sure there's some sort of things that's gonna happen, but I think it's only Gary Bettman will know that.
Will there be some relief? You mentioned some relief when you guys won the championship. Do you feel like he'll kind of feel like?
I think so, because if you think about it, it's been a lot of build-up, right?
Right.
So been a lot of talk about it. He probably answers questions about it every day. So when that is over, I mean, for sure it's going to be a little relief for him, but mixed with happiness and craziness.
Do you have anything planned for the celebration?
No, I'm just going to tag along with Sergey, see what he's got planned for me.
Good. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot.